throw the punches, your stance must be right as far as your pivot. You start off with your pivot, you get on your pivot, and it's light. The jab goes like this. This is exactly how the jab goes. Jab.
Loves again. And somehow the entire world is losing sleep over it. Floyd, Money, Mayweather, and Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao are back up, baby. Round 2.
Morning every day like that. But
the sequel nobody knew they needed until the moment it was announced, and now nobody can talk about anything else. Pay-per-view servers are already trembling, records are already shaking. And deep down in the darkest corner of his perfectly manicured soul, Floyd Mayweather might, just might, be scared for the very first time in his career.
Enjoying it.
Manny says taking time off gave his body the rest it needed, but now he's back in training, working harder than ever, proving he's still at his very best.
I started boxing when I was 12 years old, 11 years old, so that's non-stop. I think about it that it's good for me to give my body rest. I'm able to rest for 4 years and now I'm back. I'm blessed by God.
Feels good, Manny, or what? You feel good. Nice to be back.
I feel happiness in my heart that I can come back here for a fight in Vegas. Nice. I mean, that's what I want.
Let's start with the man who clearly made a deal with someone supernatural, because there is absolutely no logical explanation for what Manny Pacquiao is doing right now. This man took time off, let his body rest like a normal person, came back to training camp, and reportedly looks sharper than ever, at nearly 50 years old. While most men his age are arguing with their knees about whether to take the stairs, Manny...
That's the evidence of you being a passionate with the sport. Like, it's a like part of your life, a boxer, like to fight. And I grow in boxing. As long as I'm still enjoying the training, I'm happy continuing my career.
Manny says his main goal is always to give fans a great fight, not just running around in the ring.
That's my inspiration. Give a good entertainment to the fans. Every fight, I always consider that it's gonna be a fight of protocol. Not running around like that. Fight is a fight. You have to be ready, you have to be 100% condition, your stamina.
If you want to understand Pacquiao's influence, don't count the belts, count the silence. When he fights, the entire Philippines grinds to a halt. Even crime stops.
Pacquiao is in the gym throwing blistering combinations and moving like he's got somewhere urgent to be at all times. And his mindset? Absolutely unhinged. In the best possible way. Pacquiao has gone on record saying that age simply does not matter when you truly love what you do. Which sounds like something you'd put on a motivational poster. Except Manny is out here actually proving it with his fists.
Right there.
Oh, there you go.
Right there.
Hey.
Okay. Right there. Right there.
Pick it up, boy.
50 and no making it up. Right here, hook. Hook right here. Slide, then drop. Punch it, wait it, help it, bro. Drop. Walk it. Pitch. Sit. Pitch it. Watch it. I step back like I have my distance. That's why I step. See, I have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance.
He's not coming into this fight to jog around the ring, clinch, and survive. No. He has made it abundantly clear that his mission is to give the fans an entertaining fight. Translation, he's coming to throw hands, and he's coming to throw a lot of them. and Floyd Mayweather has been officially put on notice whether he likes it or not.
There's a lot of me boxing, like I done boxed everybody. I boxed everybody, and it's so crazy. Like, you know, I had a lot of great days, I had a lot of bad days in the gym. But I tell them I never have bad paydays.
Dimitri Salita told me a story that one time a big heavyweight, a known heavyweight, challenged you. You told Leonard to go get your bag, and you dropped him with the body shot.
In a boxing gym, it don't count. You can have good days, you can have bad days. You know, a lot of times guys do good in the gym. You know, they be happy. They feel like if you done good with Floyd Mayweather in the gym, oh, I want a world title, Well, you gotta really look at this now. Slow down, you go home to an apartment.
Okay, thank you.
The energy coming out of Pacquiao's camp is electric. There's a hunger there that borders on terrifying. This is a man with unfinished business, a point to prove, and apparently the cardiovascular system of someone half his age. The boxing world is watching with wide eyes and wider expectations.
Do that on Netflix.
Floyd.
I think that's still a high-level fight, though. That's what I love about it, because I think Manny is still a high-level fighter. And Floyd, even in these exhibitions that he's been doing,
looking good, huh?
He looks great, man. He looks great in sparring. You see him at sparring, like, good Lord, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's lost a step.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't see Manny being able to beat Floyd Mayweather. Like, I don't see it. I think Manny looked solid his last fight with Barrios, but I just don't see Floyd losing. Like, I think it's some guys that he could come back today in the sport of boxing and fight.
Yeah, I think so.
Like guys
even though
like
he's
Barrios.
47. Yeah, right.
I think he was.
That's number one. The number two was who's got less miles on the odometer. And because of the defensive style of Mayweather, I gave a check to Mayweather having the edge here. I mean, besides the Marquez fights, Pacquiao's been in some tough fights, right? Reflexes and timing and other boxing elements. Well, I gave the check to Pacquiao. You know, at least he's had some fights, or at least one real fight, you know, with Barrios recently. And yeah, Mayweather's fresher, but inactivity could affect his timing, especially early in the fight. So next one, power. Well, the guy who's always been a naturally...
And Pacquiao is calmly, cheerfully, methodically giving everyone exactly what they want to see. Now, before anyone gets too carried away writing Floyd's eulogy, let's pump the brakes and acknowledge something uncomfortable. Floyd Mayweather is still Floyd Mayweather. His training camp has been described as focused on precision, speed, and tactical strategy, which is basically the boxing equivalent of saying a chess grandmaster is still thinking about chess. Of course he is. This is the man whose entire identity is boxing IQ.
Years later, when both men are about to hit 50, here we are. Okay, that's the hype of this. That's the interest of it, right? Two of the biggest names in the history of the sport. They're both old. We get that. But they're both doing this in a pro fight. This will not be an exhibition. It'll be a pro fight. So it is going to go on someone's record. Could Manny actually take Floyd's O away? And here I am getting drug into this thing. And you know what? I'm not even mad about it because I understand what it is. It's not going to be the highest level of fight between these two. And I don't think it sullies their name any worse than what Floyd was doing with John Gotti III. No offense to top 3 black person of all time, but Deji, some other fights that no one really watched or cared about. Floyd did that to himself, but he still has the drawing power across from his greatest rival in Manny Pacquiao to make this an interesting fight. And again,
And here's the jaw-dropping, mildly infuriating part. Observers watching his sparring sessions say he still looks extremely sharp. Joe Rogan, a man who has watched more combat sports than any human being alive, believes Floyd hasn't lost the elite technical skill that made him untouchable for 2.5 decades.
That'll be the question. Can he carry his ability, carry his technique, carry his skill further in life than Floyd did and put one blemish on Floyd's record? That's why you're watching this. It's not because they're at world championship level. It's not because they're even at, domestic level, whatever the level they're at, it'll be somewhat of an even playing field and it won't be an exhibition. So there's that. Now, obviously, the first fight was a bit of a bore. Even though I think we're going to do a breakdown, I would love to get my hands on the footage of that first fight to do a full fight breakdown here on the channel. Hopefully we can get that done. I think it just needs to happen and we have time. This is announced in February, so we have March, April, May, June, July, August, 7 months before we get to the fight. And I think that'll be an interesting breakdown to go back and look at, because there was nice exchanges in that fight. And no, again, it wasn't the most
Shakur Stevenson, one of the most technically gifted active fighters in the sport today, and a man who has been in the gym with Mayweather, echoes the same sentiment. These are not casual fans speaking. These are people who know. Here's the thing about Floyd Mayweather that keeps analysts up at night and opponents in therapy. You cannot simply outwork him. You cannot simply outthink him. The man has spent his entire career turning boxing into a science experiment where he is always the one in the lab coat. His defensive instincts, his shoulder roll, his ability to read an opponent mid-combination and make you miss by millimeters.
Floyd's arguably the best boxer of all time, and then of course he's the #1 draw in the sport. Like, what is it like seeing a dude like been off so long, but like, yo, I'm coming back outside?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's gonna be different though, because what, Floyd 50 or 49?
49.
Dog, like, yeah, that's gonna be crazy. I feel like he still got everything. He still got his tools and all that stuff, but I think him being 49, 50, I feel like he's not gonna be moving as much and things like that. I feel like it's gonna be more. He gonna be more action packed now. To me, I don't know why.
You think they're gonna stand there?
I got a weird feeling, like some weird reason, like not just standing there, but like how Floyd usually move and I think he gonna move, but not too much, cause he older. He 49. Like, come on, right?
That stuff doesn't just evaporate because a few years have passed. Muscle memory at Floyd Mayweather levels is practically a religion. But, and this is a massive fight-altering but, Floyd has been far less active than Pacquiao in recent years, and that matters enormously. Ring rust at this age isn't just a footnote. It could be the headline. Here's where things get genuinely suspenseful, where the plot thickens into something resembling a boxing thriller. Analysts across the sport have zeroed in on one potentially devastating factor: endurance. More specifically, what happens to Floyd Mayweather when the fight stretches deep into the championship rounds and his body starts demanding a receipt for all those quiet years on the sidelines.
He ain't fighting how long?
Damn. Yo.
When the last time he fought?
He's been doing the exhibition.
Oh,
Fought.
So when was the last? We're gonna say when was the last exhibition? What was it, 10-rounder or 8-rounder?
I don't know. He been stopping everybody.
Yeah. So I'm saying I don't think he going.
It might have been like Gotti. Is that the one?
And what was he doing? Was he boxing or was he walking it down?
Yo, honestly, when I seen him against the Japanese dude, he had his high guard and he was just walking forward.
That's what I'm saying. He older now. He ain't gonna be doing too much moving. He gonna be sharp and he gonna make Pacquiao run into something on some sharp calm. Like, watch.
Oh, so you think this ends in a stoppage?
It's a possibility, yo.
Inactivity at an elite level does brutal, unforgiving things to an athlete's conditioning and rhythm. You can maintain technique through training, but the specific, brutal conditioning demanded by 12 rounds of professional boxing at the highest level, that requires fights. That requires getting hit, recovering, getting hit again, digging deep when your lungs are screaming at you. And Floyd hasn't been doing that consistently.
He gets the edge there. Well, Mayweather always fast, always smooth, always fluid. And Pacquiao, tremendous hand and feet speed, foot speed. I give them both a check, no advantage. Defense, well, the forte and the reason he could fight so long for Mayweather has always been, he's been a wizard. He's been a defensive magician in the ring. Pacquiao gets hit more, but, he's a good defensive fighter. He's been great, but Mayweather's the man there. Conditioning. Hey, Floyd lives clean. He always seems to be in shape, never far off his weight. Pacquiao, well, he's the only one who...
Meanwhile, Pacquiao has been fighting. Pacquiao has been active. Pacquiao has been building rhythm, sharpening reflexes under real pressure, and stoking that internal engine that separates the prepared from the wishing they had prepared. If Pacquiao can weather the early rounds, and with Mayweather's precision and speed, that is genuinely no small task. and push the pace relentlessly into the middle and later rounds, the stamina question could become the fight's defining storyline. A gassing Floyd Mayweather in rounds 9 through 12 is a completely different proposition than a fresh Floyd Mayweather in rounds 1 through 4. And Manny Pacquiao, explosive and active and gloriously unreasonable about the whole aging thing, is betting everything that he can get there. The boxing pundit community has descended into beautiful, chaotic disagreement about this fight. And honestly, that's exactly what makes it irresistible. Chris Algieri, a man who has shared the ring with Pacquiao and survived to tell the tale, acknowledges Manny's recent activity advantage, but ultimately leans toward Mayweather's elite technical ability and bottomless understanding of the sport, giving him the edge when the lights are brightest. The argument essentially being you can be busy and active, but if the other guy is a decade ahead of you tactically, busy doesn't always win. And then there's Teddy Atlas, the passionate, straight-talking analyst who has forgotten more about boxing than most people will ever know. Who has floated something truly wild, something that would have gotten you laughed out of a room a few years ago? A draw. Teddy Atlas is suggesting that their contrasting styles could neutralize each other so completely, so thoroughly over the course of the fight, that the judges might genuinely be unable to separate them. Think about what that means. Think about the storyline implications of Floyd Mayweather's perfect record surviving on a draw. The internet would need a few days to recover. Boxing Twitter would combust entirely. The divided opinions, the competing theories, the stamina debates, and style matchup analyses. All of it points to one undeniable truth. Nobody actually knows what's going to happen. And in a sporting landscape where everything feels predictable and predetermined, that uncertainty is genuinely, thrillingly precious. Strip away the pay-per-view numbers, ignore the promotional noise and the social media posturing. Forget the contractual debates and the exhibition versus professional semantics. When those two men step through the ropes and the bell rings, there is only one question that the entire boxing universe is holding its breath for. Can Manny Pacquiao finally put a mark on Floyd Mayweather's perfect record? That's it. That's the whole fight. That's the reason your hands will be shaking when the opening bell rings, because Floyd's undefeated record isn't just a number. It's a fortress, a legacy, an identity so deeply embedded in the man's entire existence that threatening it feels almost cosmically significant. And here comes Manny Pacquiao, defying age and logic and everything sensible, swinging for that fortress with everything he has left. This isn't really a championship fight. It's something bigger and stranger and more emotionally loaded than a championship fight. It's two legends refusing to accept that the story is over, dragging their greatest rivalry back into the light one more time, giving the fans a moment that will be dissected and debated for decades. Whether it ends in a Mayweather masterclass, a Pacquiao explosion, or Teddy Atlas's apocalyptic draw, this fight is going to mean something, and that more than any record or any belt is why the whole world is watching.